And here's what I got for you today. Turn on this beat a little bit. Yesterday, I was talking about it on stream. We had another Gears of War article. That's one of the things that I said I was looking forward to is during Gears of War E-Day was the fact that since this takes place during Emergence Day and people didn't know what the humans didn't know what the locusts were, there's a horror factor. Like the first Gears of War had more horror in it than the other games, and that's because, you know, the locusts were still fairly new. So I was like, that's something they could really lean into. So I find it really funny that literally a day later, an article comes out where they're talking about they're gonna lean into the horror. Like, you remember in the first game when you had to like hide from the bats and they'd eat your ass? We gotta get more of that type of shit. What's this right here that you link? So let's read along, guys. This is Gears of War stuff. Perfect. We'll talk about that. Gears of War E-Day devs promise return to horror from the original game. The Coalition is taking fans back to where it all started with the Gears of War E-Day, and that means revisiting the horrors of Emergence Day and the Locust Horde. Brand director Nicole and creative director Matt opened up about the studio's desire to focus on scary aspects of Gears during an interview with IGN. They watching your stream? Somebody is. Circe says the team wants to capture a moment in time and tell a very intimate story about what happened to the people in one of Sarah's cities. For us, it's like a what if story, he said. What if the ground opened up and monsters came out? Yeah, it's set on a fictional other planet, but there are very human reactions and stories we got to tell. To do that, we need to be able to tell the story that feels like a horror story. And I mean, the whole event is a horror event because fucking aliens are attacking from under the ground. I didn't play it when it first came out because it looked scary. Dang, you said you was pussy? That's crazy. The director goes on to say, explain that Gears of War E-Day will still have the heart and sci-fi the series is known for, but it also focuses on the specific moment in time by telling a story that takes place over only a few days. The decision to lean in more on horror comes from the Coalition's desire to recapture the feeling of terror many players felt remembering experience when they first played the series. But when people tell you what they remember playing, the thing that stood out to them, the feeling, a lot of it about these is kind of a dark, almost horror-esque scary moments. Yeah, fighting General Ram on the train, it was very close quarters. And like the thing, I think that what made that boss fight really fun is it was difficult, especially if you played it on the hardest difficulty. But I think also what made it fun is like General Ram was generally a scary character. Even though you were playing as a team against him, it still felt like he had the advantage over you. Because you're just humans. Everything Mickey, according to Siggy. Everything's Mickey. We looked back at what people felt like when they played Gears of War, any of the Gears 4 included, he said. But when people tell you what they remember playing, the things that stood out to them, the feeling, a lot of it is the kind of the dark, the horror stuff. Yeah. He continued by saying, we basically took that feeling, that vision that's in everybody's head, and we're like, that's the game we're gonna build. We're going to build the game with all the skills we've learned, with all the technology we built, and sort of go hard at that. So definitely part of the story is about reintroducing the Locusts to Gears as scary monsters from the ground up. And then you realize as it goes on, this is not just monsters. There's an army here, and it's bigger than anybody thinks it is. Let's see, one of the directors went on to say, elaborate on how the new technology is allowing the Coalition to present the Locusts in a new horrifying way. Through Unreal Engine 5, we now can show the Locusts at the visual fidelity that is believable as scary as the creatures from the subterranean. She said, and so, like you saw in the trailer, we really are kind of leaning into the horror vibes as fans. Remember it as time moves on. What was scary in 2006 and is very different from 2024. That's sort of just doubling down on how people remember how they felt about it. The Theron Guard fights. Oh yeah, when they first appeared. Yeah, now that I think about it, I feel like that's one of the things that I feel like Gears 4 and 5 just didn't hit for me. Well, I don't know what they were called, but those locusts, they were like the evolution of the locusts, right? Like the red ones. They just weren't scary. Like they were just kind of like there. They were just something to shoot. Yo, shout out to Wrigley Pillow with the sub. The Swarm. There we go. Yeah, the Swarm. Gears of War E-Day is detouring away from the storylines of Gears 4 and 5, but as the Coalition explained in an Xbox Wire post, they won't be abandoning that era of the Gears saga forever. Siri tells us that the studio chose to go back in time for their next Gears of War game, not because they were finished with the previous storyline, but because revisiting Marcus and Dom's relationship made sense for the team itself. For us, there's a story here. For our studio, for how we found our way to E-Day explained. It was about sort of reflection and part of just the energy that rolls up about. This was the story we wanted to tell at the time, so it really wasn't about picking between these things. It was just a snowball of that stuff that was on the table, and this is the one we wanted to do. Freaking... I think that they know people aren't happy with Gears 4 and 5, and they probably want to take more time with Gears 6. They got to figure out which ending is canon first and foremost. So it's just easy to go back in time and pick a. And Gears has such strong lore. That's what made people excited about the E-Day stuff. Let's see. They went in chime and says that when the idea of Gears of War E-Day came about, it was a feeling of hell yeah, we want to make this. We love these characters, and like I said, it's really nice to have a franchise where you can tell stories of different places. When we were at Gears 4 or 5, we tell these stories and tactics that goes at a different time and all those sort of things. For us, it's just one that we wanted to work on now is the one that felt right. My only thing with this game is like, what are they gonna do in terms of explaining like the new weapons that are in the game? I feel like they had the same issue with Batman Arkham Origins, because that was a prequel story, but then he has abilities in that game that are not in the other games. It's like, how are you going to go around explaining they have this advanced technology that wasn't in the future games if the timeline is going back? That's always the issue with doing prequels, I feel like. And then in Gear 6, are you going to reintroduce those mechanics that were introduced in E-Day? See what I'm saying? It'd be interesting to figure out how they, like the shock gloves. Shit's just weird. It's weird, bruh. It's weird. Prequels suck. Looking at you, Star Wars. I see they hating hard on episode 3 of Acolyte. I see a lot of go woke, go broke people really upset about that shit. Did y'all watch it? Was that shit ass? I watched an explanation from one guy and it felt like his explanation was really fair. That shit did sound kind of ass. I hate when they give them niggas ammo, bruh. The way he described, I'm still watching for myself and judge. I'm gonna get around to watching it eventually, but it did sound ass the way it was described. No spoilers. I'm not gonna say nothing. I wouldn't spoil it. Hold on. It said cool interview of MKBHD and Tim Cook. Interesting. DEI war. So yeah, we got a little bit of Gears of War right there. I don't think the tech will be advanced since they're going back, and Beard was the reason for all the advanced tech in the later Gears. Well, see, then that creates a problem because it's a new game, right? It's a new game, so you have to introduce new mechanics. If you don't introduce new mechanics, people are going to be upset. That's why I'm saying like prequels usually don't work well for games, because if it's a new game, it's a game before anything else. Like, we understand it's a new story, but what's new in the game? It just prequels create problems, and I'm trying to figure out how they're going to get their way around that shit. The context I've seen online does make it look ass and fake deep. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe the new mechanics is more stealth and hard, like you said. Ooh, yeah, maybe like more like stealth abilities, maybe, yeah. Beard was not the reason, but as for the tech, I don't know what they would do. They could retcon some things. You think the audience would be upset if they retcon some shit? I personally don't care, as long as stuff is fun, but you know how nerds are. Not my Gears of War. What was this, you like? Microsoft backs up Jeff Keighley after he ignited console war outrage over the Gears of War E-Day trailer. He ignited a war? What? Over the weekend, the gaming event producer Jeff Keighley tweeted out about the surprise reveal of Gears of War E-Day that closed out the Xbox Game Showcase. The Great Gears of War piece was a CG from Blur Studios, Keighley said, using in-game assets from Unreal Engine 5. Now, you might have read that tweet and think, as I did, that it was... how you pronounce that? Is that like ingenuous or disingenuous? Oh, harmless. How you pronounce that shit? Can I get a fucking... Can I get a pronunciation? Innocuous. Okay, that is how you pronounce it. That I looked at it, I was like, but you're never sure. Innocuous. All right, so a harmless attempt to provide additional context for a cool trailer. That's because you and I are reasonable people. Unfortunately for Keighley, for society in general, perhaps he stepped on a console war landmine. As an exercise, I'll give you a moment to decide for yourself where Keighley was downplaying the hard work of developers, as accused by the replies that started to flood in over the ensuing hours. If you're stumped, it's because while the trailer was labeled on screen as in-engine footage, Keighley had to call it CG. You could argue that by calling the trailer CG, Keighley was attempting to minimize the coalition's technical prowess by equating the in-game engine footage with pre-rendered trailers. You could, but I wouldn't, particularly because despite the impression that a lot of those replies seem to operate under, in-engine footage doesn't necessarily mean the real... Man, who cares, man? This is nerd shit. Who gives a fuck? I get what they're saying. Like, it's in-engine footage, which for those of you unaware, they're basically saying that's what the actual game will look like. Like, it's really pushing the Unreal Engine 5, and he was saying, no, that's CG. But I feel like they're nitpicking. Like, I don't know, this is nerd shit. Also, this shit only has 19 likes, 6 likes. We don't even see that. They say in the article a console war. I don't know if this ignited a console war. I think you're reaching for an article. Remember when I told y'all these publications have to publish articles every 30 minutes? This is a result of it. It feels like this is a bit of a reach for a story. Just yapping. Whatever, dude. I don't care. Until the gameplay drops. Whatever. What you linking, Eli? One of the best PSP games is returning on the 5 and the 4. As of today, Sony announced that it will soon be re-releasing Daxter for the PS5 and 4 next week on June 18th. Per usual, this release will be available to those who are subscribed to PlayStation Plus Premium, as it will You lost me at PlayStation Plus Premium. I'll keep reading for shits and giggles, but playable through the service. For those of you who want to buy Daxter on its own, though, it will be purchasable on the PlayStation. Okay, you can purchase it, thank God. This version of the game is also confirmed to feature up-rendering, rewind, quick save, and custom video filters to improve the original experience seen on PSP. I think I still have my copy, too. I gotta look at my boxes. By all accounts, Daxter is one of the most popular. Yeah, we know. Y'all copping Daxter on the PS5? Is that what y'all bought PS5s for? To play a PSP game? This is my favorite game. This is not my favorite game. This is one of my favorite PSP games. I don't know about my favorite games. That's good. You can buy it on your own. I was about to be mad that it was only for premium, but it's not. As long as they keep Kingdom of Paradise on there, I'm good. We getting a Daxter stream? Nah. Y'all want to see me squash roaches? Because that's what you did in the game, for those who never played it. Daxter, from what I remember, is the story of what happened between Jak and Daxter 1 and Jak 2. Because Jak got, when they went to the future or that alternate timeline, whatever it was, Jak went to jail and he's getting experimented on, and Daxter was left alone. And in order to get by, I think you had to go kill roaches. Which, like, when you say that shit out loud, that shit is fucking funny. I feel like that's what I miss about games. Like, shit is stupid. Like, yeah, you had to be an exterminator. Oh my god, you had to go to Cleveland and kill the roaches and shit like that. Must have been a good game because I still remember the story. Where the God of War PSP games at though? I have those. You can. They had a God of War PSP collection on the Vita. I have the collection for the Vita. Yeah, it was just a silly ass game, and then it literally ends with you finding like Jak or whatever. He was eating roaches for survival. No. He was killing them. I don't know. Depends on how much it costs for me to buy it. Did they give a price? I don't want to play it that damn bad. I think I still have mine. Where's Daxter? Like, I wouldn't pay more than $20 for this shit. What's the price y'all would pay for Daxter on the PS5? They said it's up-res, but it's not a full remaster. What's the price y'all would pay? The max. What you know about the Beautiful Joe on PSP? I didn't play that one. I don't know nothing. Said 15. Damn, some of y'all said 15. Free. Sheesh. 10, 25, 100,000. All right, Loudy. All right. Drop 5 subs in the chat since you got $100,000 to spend on Daxter on PSP. Drop 100,000 subs in the chat, nigga. Yo, shout out to Nefarious with the sub. Appreciate it. Doom in the Dark Ages is introducing big changes to combat because id Software came to one core realization. Every projectile mattered in the original Doom. Let's get to the actual gameplay. The thing is, id Software has landed in this medieval war against hell, not out of convenience, but out of the need to change the fundamentals of play, to return to where Doom became a legend 2 decades ago. At the start of every development cycle, I play the original Doom again and have the team play it too. I realized that we still didn't hit the mark, says the creative director, and that's where Doom the Dark Ages was born. The cause of this epiphany? The projectiles. The nightmarish gauntlet of floating homing hazards. I noticed that right away how slow those projectiles move. It just dawned on me that this is the maze. The movement is more horizontal as you weave your way between the projectiles, and every projectile mattered in the original Doom. Doom Eternal invested heavily in verticality, making constant movement across multiple planes of wider combat arenas a central component of the core rhythm to encounters. The director says that returning to the ethos, ethos don't play no games, that underpinned the series is the first instance that became a core pillar of what the team wanted to achieve with the Dark Ages. We couldn't go any higher in the air than Doom Eternal. That was a great experience, but we each game to stand on its own, says Martin. I swear we're never going to know what happened between Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. I mean, maybe they'll explain it in this. I don't know. If you are an F-22 fighter jet in Doom Eternal, this time around, we wanted you to feel like an Abrams tank. He adds, and it's an analogy that's indicative of where we'd be steering Doom. Does that mean they're slowing the game down? That's an interesting analogy. I don't know if I want to be a tank. It means you're more powerful and grounded. The combat system for new players, those who only got into Doom with the reboot, I think with the Dark Ages, they're going to feel like this is a reimagined combat system. But for the longtime fans of the series, people who played the original Doom, you'll see it as a return to form. Are they getting rid of the kinetic movement? Because that's what I liked about those games. I gotta see more gameplay. What does that mean in real terms? Martin says the spirit of the original game comes alive in a number of ways, but perhaps the most notable is with the respect to how you move. You're heavier, more powerful, and grounded, he says. We're making strafing to aim a thing again. You'll be weaving between projectiles, and like you did in the original Doom, to deliver that super shotgun blast to the chest. It almost creates this three-dimensional shoot-'em-up puzzle that you're weaving your way through. Doom the Dark Ages is presenting flatter, denser combat areas set across more ecological, diverse environments than anything we've seen in the series so far. Powered by the latest id Tech engine, id Software is getting phenomenal results out of its first Xbox Series X release. But between all the devastating and evisceration, you may not have just noticed how many demons are pouring into your pure view. Sorry, but I'm not trying to play old Doom. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, I'm not really trying to play old Doom. I don't know how I feel about what I'm reading. We have more demons than we ever had before. There's a shot where the Slayer turns a corner and he's killing so many of them. Using that spread shotgun and doing all that damage with all the gore bits coming off and the feedback that we achieve now in games is just incredible. It's so exciting to be able to provide the players. The tech is really allowing us to do some of the biggest spaces and the biggest AI, and the weapons feel like the most powerful they've ever been in a Doom game. Why would fans want to slow down Doom? Yeah, that confuses me because I feel like that's what people liked about 16 and in Eternal. They rebooted the formula and they made it more fast paced and they changed it. So my thing is, like, the people who played Doom, the original Doom, do they care about this game? Like, are they still into it? I don't know. It's one of the things, like, I gotta get my hands on it before I prejudge it. But, like, based off what I'm reading, I don't know if I'm a fan of this. That's a bold proclamation, but one Martin is certain id Software can make good on, and one that's been directly reflected by an outrageous narrative frame. You are a weapon of mass destruction in this game. I love how, like, a term from my childhood during 9/11 and fucking the invasion of the Middle East, like a serious term that turned out to be a fucking lie, from George Blockhead Bush, is now, like, used as a marketing term for video games. Weapons of mass destruction. We like to say this is the medieval war against the forces of hell and everything is going off and going wrong. The good guys are losing and you're the nuclear option and we're putting you in the driver's seat. Maybe only grounded by not jumping and its verticality, but keeps the same pacing. But I like the verticality. That's what was fun, fucking swooping through the air and shit. Means you'll be killing more demons than you ever have before. He continues, I think the number of AI on screen is, I don't even think there's a limit at this point. It's crazy. You can't say stuff like that. You're setting yourself up for failure. I keep waiting to hear no from the programmers, and they haven't said it this time. It feels like tech-wise across the board, we've been empowered to make our best game. Sounds like this game is going to push hardware to the limit. The last two across the board, we've been empowered to make our best game. The last two rebooted Doom games have built to this. We certainly had limitations in the past, and they just don't really feel like they're there right now. But with each game, we try to build on the success of the last and learn the right lessons. This feels like how God of War 3 changed to God of War 2018. Martin is confident that the weapons in the Dark Ages are the most powerful you've ever held in a Doom game, but it's worth digging a little deeper here because id Software is introducing a surprising amount of nuance to the core rhythm, combat rhythm of the rebooted series this time around. The biggest change is the introduction of the shield saw, which has earned its name because Martin puts it, it's a chainsaw and a shield. It looks rad in our first look at the Doom, the Dark Ages, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, they're just yapping about weapons. So basically, they're taking away the things that people like. That's the way it sounds. I got to see more gameplay. I feel like reading this too, it makes the trailer make more sense, because in the trailer it did look very grounded, I noticed. And I remember thinking, I was like, this doesn't really, if you've never played one of the last two Dooms, what makes them so great is it's a rhythm-based game. You have to keep moving and shooting and jumping and swinging all over the place to heal, because every time you kill somebody, it would give you health. So you have to keep moving because you can die really quickly. There's powerful enemies all over the screen. It was the frenetic movement that felt great. And the soundtrack too. The soundtrack was great. But yeah, I did notice in the trailer, it did look a little heavier. Let's see, where's the gameplay at? Get to it. Yeah, like now that I'm looking at it again, I feel like you were moving faster. I don't want to just run on the ground and shoot at shit, because then what makes that different from another shooter other than the fact you have a shield with a chainsaw on it? Did you ever play the Doom clone BPM? No, but I know what you're talking about. That's the one that basically it plays to the music. I know a lot of people like that one. What up, Seven Squids? Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, like he's not really jumping around. That's not about to have the same composer either, so hopefully the music is just as good. Yeah, I don't see any verticality in this trailer. Interesting. Yeah, the jumping and boosting internal is what made it fun to me. Oh, there's the verticality. You have a flight suit, I guess. I gotta see more gameplay. I'm feeling kind of weird about this one now. Still gonna play it though, because I think it's gonna be on Game Pass, right? It's gonna be on Game Pass. I gotta clear my sinuses. 1 second, y'all. Oh shit! I didn't know I was still playing the trailer. My fault. I lied. I also got some gamer subs. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's the news I got on Doom for you. Let's see. We got some Assassin's Creed stuff. Assassin's Creed Shadows will use ships to travel, but don't expect any piracy. Thank God. I don't know why you would in a Japanese game, but for the lovers of being sneaky and not so sneaky, Assassin's Creed fans got their very first look at it. Yeah, whatever. We also got to look at the environments in which they both will make their playgrounds, including whatever. In an interview with Dexerto, Assassin's Creed Shadows director, also who worked on Odyssey and Syndicate, spoke about the game's Jesuit missionaries and the Portuguese traders, and how this will greatly be important for the transportation and the trade sectors in this particular era. For players who loved Black Flag and being able to dip into the golden age of piracy, Shadows is very much telling the story on land, so you can ditch the wooden leg and eye, sadly, whatever. Even though players can use historically accurate ships to travel on, although how far and where is still a mystery, the director states that players won't be able to set sail across the oceans in an open world environment. We have a ship you can see, you can go on the ship, We also have a ship that goes around the country because a lot of trades were done. You can also use this ship to travel, but the fact our map is really centered on land and in mountains, it didn't make sense to focus on this big open sea area. We're really focused on land. Best believe people are going to be mad at that because it ruins their immersion and it isn't like Black Flag. Okay, and if you want a pirate game, then go play Sea of Z's. What's the Ubisoft joint? Damn, I forgot it already. Skull and Shit. Go play Skull and Shit. They're about to enter season 2 or some shit, ain't they? It's crazy how these big streamers really just self-destruct and ruin their brand for no reason. What are you talking about? The director also shared a tasty tidbit that both protagonists will be able to share loot. So if you're a greedy sort, you'll be a better bit more generous before Shadows releases. For instance, one character can pick up gear for the other and vice versa. So if you play 10 hours with this one, there's going to be a lot of new stuff to play around when you swap the other. If I had to take a wild guess, I'd say that I feel like there's going to be certain missions where you play as the girl, and during one of her missions, you can only find a certain armor for Yasuke and vice versa. But you'll only get it if you explore, and then you can give it to them after the mission. If I had to take a wild guess, I feel like that's going to happen. I'm happy. I don't want to do no damn pirate shit anyway. Go play Black Flag if you want to do that shit. There's a new trailer for the Avatar game, and Aang does airbending Kamehameha. Let me look it up. What's the game called? You remember Ubisoft played hip-hop music for Yasuke during the showcase? Yeah, that didn't make me mad. I didn't care. Apparently that's a thing, like Japanese like trap or whatever. Like it would I think it was like more of a cultural thing. I didn't get offended by it. I don't really care. Oh, 6 hours ago. Here we go.
In a time of peace and
what is this AI voice acting?
in a time of peace and harmony between nations, a sinister threat emerges in the heart of the continent. The Temple of Corruption is erected to worship a dark force hailing
The temple got erected?
from the realm of the spirits. Water, earth, fire, air. Now it's up to you to rebuild the fallen cities and unite the nations against this looming menace.
Is this AI? I was joking, but did y'all hear that? On the screen, it said this looming menace, but he said looming mena. Did I hear that correctly?
Now it's up to you to rebuild the fallen cities and unite the nations against this looming menace.
It's AI. Oh. So here's the thing, like I've worked with AI before, like when you do text to speech, sometimes it struggles to pronounce certain words. So like you have to spell it a certain way. Like if I were to type my name into AI, I would not spell it the correct way because it would probably pronounce it Hokage. So then I would spell it as HOEGAGAY, like Hokage, or with a KA. HOEKAGAY. I would spell it Hokage so it pronounces my name correctly. I think this shit is AI. This is fucking funny.
You must embark on an epic journey to recruit benders from across the land and discover heroes of legend. Lead the charge against Chon Yu and his shattered skulls and banish the malevolent power.
Who is Chon Yu?
Full of corruption.
Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month.
Ancient spirit known as Father Glowworm.
Is this for real? What is this? We gotta fight Father Glowworm? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I looked at. Like it's a mobile game? Learn about the story and the threat you'll face in the upcoming multiplayer it's a strategy game. It's Clash of Clans with Team Avatar, boy. If you don't get this shit the fuck out my face, bro. Remember like a few streams ago when I said like, yo, be careful who you sell your IP to? I seen George Lucas is starting to get mad at Disney. He's been speaking up about Star Wars. We got another example. Like, man, if you got a mega billion-dollar IP that people love, hold on to that shit. Give it to your family, bro. Give it to your family. At least you know they're gonna love it. You sell your IP. That's what happened with the Netflix fucking shit. Now you got this shit. You gotta fight the BBC glowworm. Oh my god. Didn't expect to see Aang using Air Kamehameha. Father Glowworm is an evil spirit from the Kakaroo and the Kyoshi era, if you guys are wondering. Is it hard to make an Avatar game not for mobile? That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, they got the erect towers. Why the narrator sound like he's doing a parody? Yeah, it did. In the world of tomorrow. When did he do the Kamehameha? Hold on, I missed that part. Let me see this shit.
This looming minute.
Wait, did I say Joyner Lucas? Did I say did I say Joyner Lucas? Y'all know what the fuck I meant. George, bro. George, my bad.
Embark on an epic journey to recruit people from across the land and discover heroes of legend. Lead the charge against Chon Yu and his shattered skulls and banish the malevolent.
He really is doing a fucking Air Kamehameha.
The heart of the Temple of Corruption. The ancient spirit known as...
Yeah, shout out to Zay Sage with the sub. Appreciate it. I saw Netflix Avatar actors last weekend. Aang had growth spurt. That's what makes it hard to make like children's shows, dealing with like real life children versus like cartoons. They had to rush through them Harry Potter movies because you saw where he started and where he ended. Like that puberty hits real quick, boy. And the worst part about puberty is it affects everybody differently. Some people, puberty hits them real hard within a year or two. That boy can look like a grown man. And then some people, puberty, they can be late bloomers. I mean, think about all the ugly chicks you knew in high school. Like 19, 20. Like, what happened, bro? When you get so fine? That's what's happening with Stranger Things. So that's why it can be hard to work with kids because you just don't know how it's going to affect you. I remember being in high school, like I remember having like a little peach fuzz, and like there was boys that had full blown beards. Looked like they had two families, one in this town and one in the town over. I'm like, God damn, bro, you're 17. That happened to the Karate Kid actor in Cobra Kai. So yeah, they're gonna have to speed up the production, unfortunately. Got some news for XDefiant. All you fucking scrub ass, cheating ass, lame ass niggas that said get good. Not only is this game riddled with hackers and imbalances with some of the character classes, I also don't think that everybody should be able to play the same class to balance the game and make it more strategic. But one of the biggest problems has been the movement. When people slide jump, you can change directions, and it makes them damn near invincible. So people just been moving around with crackheads with their fucking scuff controllers and cheats and shit like that. As well as sniper rifles. They had no flinch. You can shoot a nigga in the head. Doesn't matter. You're getting sniped in your face. Snipers in the movement has been nerfed as of today, I believe. So whenever you bunny hop in this game, it creates a sway on your gun and it makes it hard to shoot. So if you feel like you've been getting cheated, it looks like this game is going to actually have a bigger skills gap because you're going to have to play more strategic. It's going to be more about positioning and working with your team versus sliding around everywhere like a fucking crackhead, bro. This is the video I saw earlier. I feel like he did a better job of like showing it off.
I wanted to showcase to you just how insane this new weapon sway is. So as you guys can see, here's my PlayStation 5 controller. I'm just gonna aim and I'm just gonna jump. So we're gonna jump around 4.
You can see the gun swaying
shit. You can see this is the new sway for XDefiant, and now I'm just going to prove to you what it's like when you crouch. So as you can see, I'm not going to press or move the right stick. I'm just going to spam the crouch button like everyone else will. And look how insane this is. Do you think XDefiant went?
And then from what I read with the sniper rifles, if you hit the body, I think it makes it sway down. If you hit the head, it makes them sway up. Let me see. XDefiant sniper nerf. See if we can find something. I don't know what's gonna pop up. Hold up. Okay, we good. Yeah, here you go. This is a good example. Actually, slowing it down. See, it makes the gun go up. That just like how it should in real life. Because if you're getting shot, if you're aiming down a goddamn sniper rifle, and someone shoots you in the shoulder, You are not Wolverine. You're not just gonna sit there and shoot somebody back. You're gonna say, I think I'm about to die. Like, fucking, I'm telling you, Call of Duty niggas are like, they are the gaslighters of the gaming community. You just gotta get good, bro. No, I know it's an arcade shooter, but come on, there's gotta be a certain level of authenticity to this shit, bro. I'm not playing body cam. There might be hope for this game, chat. There might be hope for this game. All you sniping ass niggas. So now if you run into a sniper and they going crazy in the lobby, they're most likely good. You're still gonna run into some good snipers, but at bare minimum, I feel like you're probably gonna run into less. It felt like everybody was god tier with a sniper rifle in this game. Not no more. Also, Wolverine would even flinch. That is true. I feel like people forget that about his character. People forget that he does feel pain, and that was like his eternal curse. iOS 18 looks fire, I'm not gonna lie. iOS 18 is basically Android. So it gives me ammo to basically just talk shit in the group chat and troll. What y'all gonna be doing? iOS 18 gonna cause a lot of relationship problems, because now your girl can look at your phone without even knowing the password. Let me connect to your shit, nigga. Let me see your screen. Let me see. Hiding apps. Nigga, what you hiding apps for? I found your hidden drawer. Oh shit. Yeah, I seen Secret of Mana's coming out in August. That's coming out the same day I think as Star Wars, and like a week after Wukong. That shit's getting lost in translation. I might still buy it, but that's probably gonna be a back burner game for me, because I know people don't want to watch that shit, unfortunately. That's a Secret of Mana is a me game. That's my type of game, but like I know people don't like to watch that shit. You said what I miss? I'm talking about here. Oh, I don't think I showed it on stream. We could watch it if you want. Let's see. Let me see if I can find a joint. Am I the only one that doesn't care about being in people business? No, I don't, but a lot of people do. iOS 18. 18 things from WWC. This one's only 2 minutes. This one's quick. Let's see. I love how Apple, they're so fucking annoying. It's not AI on our phone, it's Apple intelligence. And you know the crazy part is, because the average Apple fan is a fucking idiot, they're gonna call it that. What's the difference between AI? This is Apple intelligence. This is different. It's better.
iPhone.
They're just calling it that.
With built-in privacy. And you can make your own emoji. Yeah.
Yeah, now instead of using the eggplant, because they announced Genmoji. So instead of using the eggplant, now you can actually tell AI on your phone to draw a big black dick to send somebody. Let's go. Pretty cool. I think that's been in Android though. That's cool though, being able to. So if you take a picture and there's somebody ugly in the picture, you don't want them to be there, you can get rid of them now. Like toxic people are gonna love this shit. Those chicks, they be cropping out the ugly girl. Brittany, why did you do that, you bitch? Super Android. Now you can customize the whole screen, basically. You can make the icons however you want. You can change them different colors and shit like that. That's pretty cool.
And these buttons. Hide or lock the apps you want to.
There it is. Hide your apps now. What app y'all hiding, chat? Talk to me. What's the first app? Question is, too, to the people who have Android, does this make you want to switch, knowing that you can pretty much do everything an Android does, but now you have the security and the consistency of Apple? Because their apps are usually more optimized. Does it make you want to? You said nope. Okay. This is my Android. This is my do-do-do-do-do, and I'm gonna stick by it. Niggas in the chat said, when the battery comes out the back of my phone, that builds character.
You deserve it. See you this fall.
I think they also said in the longer version there's going to be RCS support or whatever. So like green bubbles are about to be a bye-bye. I'm more curious though, because like this didn't mention it, but they also mentioned that ChatGPT will be integrated into Siri. And they said that they won't have access to your info. Like it runs through like a VPN, like their own little cloud servers. So if you're worried about ChatGPT getting your data, they are prioritizing security. Seeing is believing for me on that one. I don't know. We'll see. It asks for permission. Yeah. Visions of Mana.
That day, I accepted my fate and left my village.
What is this?
A person chosen to offer their soul to the goddess. an alm must journey.
Did you see the terms of service BS? Nah, what was the terms of service update?
Is replenished through that alm sacrifice, blessing our lands with prosperity. The alms are necessary to preserve a future for the whole world. It is our duty, much as a soul.
Android niggas saying they don't trust Apple's hilarious. Google owns you all in your data. You're not wrong. I don't trust Apple either. They all stealing our data. Apple just better at hiding it.
Important mission for those who may come after. But I don't want to have to give all of this up. I want to keep living my life. And now that I've realized that.
Oh, you know what it didn't show in that trailer too? You're gonna be able to generate AI images from the iPhone with their AI. So all the people in the chat on Twitter, on YouTube crying about AI, I've been arguing you better get with it or get gone. You better adapt. Now that it's coming to Apple, it's coming to iPhones. Everybody's gonna have generative images, even though it's just like not just Genmoji, but like actual images you'll be able to generate from the phone with different art styles. It's very basic. It'll probably get better over time, but the fact that it's now on iPhone, oh, that shit's going mainstream. You artists better stop crying. It's not going anywhere. It's on Apple now.
But what I really want is to stay here and keep making memories with you, Val.
Make memories with you. We running on water?
I am the Soul Guard.
Five playable
it's my
characters.
duty to protect the alms from harm. Hina, any more?
I watched your past stream where you talked about Uno and 360. Did you play 1 versus 100 or Full House Poker? Nah, I didn't play. Oh no, I did play 1 versus 100. That was the one with the avatars, right? That one was fun. 360 avatars. I played that. I miss games like that. And then I also played Texas Roadhouse. I think I played that because that shit had camera support too.
As we meet along our journey to the Mana Tree, won't lay a finger on you.
There's nothing you can say that'll change my mind. I'll become the Alm and make you see you were wrong about me. About everything.
Aether no longer benefits from its
Radiant Sword. More
Let this be a warning. Trespass
the furry character.
cost you your life.
Combat looks good.
Soul Guard Val, I am counting on your protection on our journey to the Tree of Mana, such as it
You
is.
gotta have a pro iPhone or some updates though. You may not upgrade, but like them adding all those AI features is gonna make a lot of people upgrade. You gotta keep in mind, most people are drones.
Alms are appointed, not requested. There's nothing I can do about this. Gosh, the fairy's taking her sweet time this year.
Not the fairies.
Get ready.
Did I get to watch the season finale of Star Wars Acolyte? Ronan, are you in the future or something? Because I haven't watched it. Maybe somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know about season finale. I heard episode 3 came out and a lot of people don't like it. Are you in the future, dude? They own episodes. All right, Ronan. Did you? Here's a better question. Did you watch it? What did you think of the season finale, Ronan? What did you think? Let me know. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. They got the leak, boy. It's gonna be iOS 18 is for X series and up. Oh yeah, it's an old iPhone, so most people will be able to upgrade. Support companions can assist in battle.
Atta girl, Ramco.
A perfect opportunity to collect data.
Oh, look, that was Android collecting data. Acolyte's finale was trash. The One Piece wasn't real. How are people feeling about this game? Let's see. I have very fond memories playing Secret of Mana Co-op with my twin brother growing up. He's excited. Childhood. I just got into the Mana series recently. It's such a charming series. I agree with that, dude. I think it was JP that asked earlier, like, what do I like about it? Yeah, it's very charming. The combat's fun. I thought the story was engaging. Just a good all-around RPG if you're into that type of stuff. But like, the reason I say like I won't play it on stream is because like I can recognize this is a very niche like RPG type of game. Most people are not gonna like it. The last one I played on stream, people didn't really watch it. Apple Intelligence is only for iPhone 15 Pro and above, LOL. But iOS 18 itself is for more devices. So if you want the AI features, I feel like most people are gonna want that. Most people are probably gonna upgrade in the next year or two. I'm not gonna lie, I want them. But I'm due for an upgrade. I got a 13, so like probably next year I'll upgrade my phone, like top of next year, whenever the 16 comes out or some shit like that. I think most people will upgrade for the AI stuff.
Name's Orin.
Until we meet again, Holmes.
We're all counting on you.
Shout out to the 800 we got in here. If you're new, hit the follow button. Turn noties on.
Safely reach your journey's end. Come on, don't give up.
Saying got a 13 Pro. Yeah, my girl got a 14, so she talks shit to me. So I got to get a better phone so I can talk shit.
Maybe the better tomorrow.
So anytime she has an issue with her phone, I'll be like, this is old.
We will protect the Mana Tree. We will protect the entire world.
Protect the entire world. Is that Deku?
We will protect the entire world.
That's definitely, that sounds like Deku. Deku's voice actor. Shit. I always want to get the best iPhone, like whatever the Pro Mega Max Ultra Mega Stallion version is, but I never can get it. They're always sold out, so I always end up getting the basic one. Other news I got for you, Black Ops news. This is just a quick one. I already read this article, actually. This is the one I did read. Here's some good news. Not only is it coming to Game Pass, but it's revealed in this article that if you own the Game Pass, you will not have to pre-order the game. You will also get access to the beta for free. So they're adding more value to the Game Pass, which that's something I didn't expect. Usually we do the trick where you pre-order the game, then cancel your pre-order after you get the code. So yeah, if you got Game Pass, you'll be able to play the beta whenever they announce it, which I thought was dope. It's right there. You said word. Yep. Shout out to Game Pass. And Black Ops 6 will be available on the basic Game Pass and the Ultimate, so you don't have to pay for the highest tier. So that's a W for Game Pass for just making y'all aware of that shit. I'll probably remind everybody when that shit comes back, whenever they announce the beta is gonna come. Monster Hunter news for people who care from the Summer Games Fest. Here's what the people are saying. This is a true next generation Monster Hunter. Seamless transitions between the village and the wilds with no loading screens. That's cool. Dynamic day and night cycles affect the monsters that appear in their behavior. Dynamic weather with rain, lightning strikes, dust storms, etc. Map is, you know, the frame rate gonna drop. Map is twice the size of any Monster Hunter game before. I hope there's fast travel. Because don't the people who work on Dragon's Dogma also work on this game too? There better be some fast travel. Quests can be dynamically started in the field without the need for any quest board. We like that. So basically you can stay in the fight. You can now swap weapons mid-hunt from your mount. New mounts called Secrets are more agile than okay, so they have new mounts that are called Secrets, and they're more agile than the Palamutes, guys. Come on, Palamutes, come on. Duh. Attack, pick up items, and even swap weapons while mounted. Mounts have an auto run feature that'll take you to a pinned destination. So we got auto run. We love it. Little quality of life change. Continue exploring freely after completing a quest doesn't force you back to camp. Nice. So you don't have to go right back home after a fight. Last Monster Hunter I played had me sleeping in my chair after an hour. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Although, how y'all feel? Hardcore Monster Hunter fans, how y'all feel about it? Because everything I'm seeing right now is they're streamlining the game. It sounds like they're trying to go more mainstream. And I'm not going to lie. I like these streamlined features. What do y'all think, though? Like the hardcore. Do you like all that hardcore shit where you got to trek back and forth and smell the poop? Because like in the old ones, you literally had to stick your finger in a dinosaur shit. The Tyrannosaurus cock went northwest. I didn't like doing that shit. A lot of quality of life. I love it. Let's see. Large monsters can now run in herds. As usual, monsters can interact and fight with each other. So you could basically interrupt something. Light bowgun, heavy bowgun, and hunting horn have seen the biggest changes to make them feel better. Capcom placed a big focus on the story this time, including playing with camera angles and cinematics. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This might be the one that gets me into the game. There's a heavy focus on production and quality of life stuff. Online co-op has seen matchmaking improvements. Playing through the story in multiplayer is more convenient, but there are still some story moments you have to watch solo. 2025, PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. All right, now what they need to announce is crossplay. If it's going to be on every platform, add crossplay, especially because it's co-op. That would be great, especially because my PC's old. Add that crossplay, baby. They already did? Oh, okay. I take that back. I stand corrected. Let me see. Is Monster Wilds crossplay? It does. It does. Yeah, let me Google that shit. Crossplay is a key feature in Wilds. Nice. Okay. That shit got crossplay too? Wow. This might be it, because you know I'm not a Monster Hunter fan. It depends on when this game comes out, but I'm leaning towards I want to play this one. I might have to try this one. I would have hunt some big ass monsters. It could be good. It could be good. Monster Hunter fans sound like they eating. I saw this on the timeline. Take this with a super grain of salt because I've never heard of this account. Once again, this was on my For You page. They're just an Apex Legends leaker. They have a check mark that I'm pretty sure they paid for. Quads mode will likely be released on June 25th. So a 4-player co-op mode for Apex Legends, and they're getting rid of the solo. Would this bring you back into Apex if they added 4 players? I don't care. I'm just bringing it up. Hell nah. But this is the problem with live service games. It's not that this game is horrible. I just feel like everybody is just like, you know, like it was cool back in 2019, 2020 or whatever. But I feel like the only reason Fortnite is still going is because them niggas be throwing concerts. They be doing Martin Luther King. They be doing Martin Luther King exhibits, Black History Month exhibits. They be doing concerts. They got Mad Max and that shit. Like Fortnite is not even Fortnite. And that's the reason I feel like it's still going. But at its core, Apex is still Apex. And because it hasn't evolved that much, like it's kind of just ran its course, you know? It ran its course. They got a Metallica event going on. You don't know. I might pop up in Fortnite next week. I might pop up. You never know. It's only little kids holding that hand up. But little kids are the ones that they keep these businesses alive and shit. What is this? Ronan, we're not talking about movies. 600. We're not talking about movies. You always linking some fucking movie I don't care about. 600, nigga. Jesus Christ. Don Toliver has an event coming out for Fortnite. What the fuck do the kids know about Don Toliver? Like kids are, hey, but they dictate the pace, man. They dictate the pace. I seen this on the timeline. Khalif, that's one of the homies. Like he got to play a new game. It looked pretty interesting. I wanted to show it. What is this game called again? Death Sprint 66. Here's a quick preview of it. This looked interesting. Ethos is like, this might be a squad game.
What's good, everybody? This is Khalif here, SGF Day 3, and I just got a chance to check out one of my new favorite games that dropped here at the show.
Crispy camera.
Sprint 66 is the joint that I'm talking about. And I have to say, think about if F-Zero was just running with human beings. It is a fantastic game that I got a chance to check out. It's chaotic, it's kinetic, and
did they show this during the Summer Games Fest? I didn't see this.
And everything is trying to kill you.
It looked pretty cool.
Like every obstacle is trying to murder you. Everything that you run into is trying to kill you and end your life and end your run.
No, Nomad reported it first.
It's like
shout out to Nomad.
Loves games that are around racers and ones that you have to try to.
Do you care about news regarding Dragon Age? Yeah, I literally just uploaded a Dragon Age video today.
Your friends, or get that top score, get that top time.
Try to get him on the podcast.
You check out.
He's been on the podcast, I believe.
On your radar. So we're gonna have more information about that game very soon. We'll probably have some footage for you too. So make sure you're checking out our channels on our TikTok and our YouTube channel for more information there.
Clout me up.
You all.
Yeah, why he look at the camera like that in the back?
Checking out our
watch the white dude in the back.
TikTok and our YouTube channel for more.
Fuck is you doing?
Information there. So much love to you all.
Also, the dude in the back, the black guy too. He was funny. I be noticing this shit. Watch this guy right here in the sweater, the black guy. He's black man. Strong black man. I'm gonna go do some black man shit. Yeah, I'm about to go do some black man shit real quick. Oh shit, what did you link? Dragon Age isn't following Inquisition's footsteps, as Velgard won't be open world after all. Instead, the devs say the new RPG is mission based to offer the best narrative experience. Story driven. Let's go. Linear games, man. In an interview with IGN director Corrine explains how linear players can expect Velgard to be. It is like Dragon Age 2 or open world like Inquisition. It's not akin to either, but it's definitely not very similar to the latter. According to Bush, the long-awaited new Dragon Age game instead offers a mission-based experience where everything is hand-touched and handcrafted and very highly curated. That means moment to moment, exciting moments. Am I really Dominican? Yeah, according to the chat. She then explains why the Veilguard is set up this way, as BioWare believes that that's how we get the best narrative experience, the best moment-to-moment experience. This doesn't mean the game is strictly linear without any chance for fans to explore. However, these levels that we go to do open up, and some have more exploration than others. There are various alternate branching paths, mysteries, secrets, and optional content for players to explore. Any side quest players encounter may be influenced by the motivations and the experience of the companions, with some missions offering more open areas to explore than others. The director concludes that the world does sort of open up at such times, but stresses once more that Veilguard is ultimately a mission-based, highly curated game. Level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what I like to hear. Me no black, me no black, me no black. You said, I can see it. You and Phantom are kind of built alike. One day y'all gonna stop disrespecting me, and I don't even mean that. I don't even mean that is like, like y'all niggas be saying I look like Phantom and DJ Academics. Like no disrespect. Like if you want to say I look like him, but like I'm not that damn big. Like yo, oh Jesus Christ. Anyways, you said Valve is getting sued. What the fuck they getting sued for? I'm not actually Dominican, by the way. It's a joke. It's a joke on the chat. People say I'm Dominican because I'm not allowed to be black. In America, you're allowed to be everything but black, and then you tell them you are. You tell them you are, and they'll be like, "Oh man, I thought you was Dominican." They'd be so disappointed. Yo, shout out to McLovin with the sub. Appreciate it. Valve sued for allegedly overcharging 14 million UK Steam players. Let's see. A $840 million lawsuit has been filed by the Competition Appeal Tribunal in London against Valve. The developer is accused of using Steam to overcharge 14 million players across the UK. Per BBC. That's a crazy quote. Per BBC, Valve is accused of demanding publishers to sign up to price parity obligations, which keeps games from being sold on other platforms at cheaper prices. Vicky Shobolt, a digital rights campaigner, also highlighted Steam's excessive commission of up to 30%. In her words, that 30% means players pay too much for purchasing PC games and add-on content. Shobolt has previously accused Valve of breaching UK's competition law and hopes to get people back to what they've owed. What I'm getting out of this article is the UK is taking another L. Sucks for y'all. Nah, hopefully y'all get that shit situated. What the fuck are you linking? Clutch points. What is this shit? Oh wait, there we go. Iron Mace responds to Dark and Darker launch trailer, launch controversy. What is Dark and Darker? I don't even care about this. What is this? Dark and Darker's return to Steam was a happy occasion for many. However, at its launch was the target controversy, specifically regarding its free-to-play mode. Following this, Iron Mace has released a statement responding to Dark and Darker's launch controversy. What the fuck is this game? Yeah, speaking of BBC, I don't even know what this is. What is this? It's a medieval game? Is this out? It got mixed reviews. Who cares? That's the controversy. This shit sucked. Man, if you don't get this 2003 out game out my face, this is a boomer PC RPG, bruh. This ain't Skyrim. This is not Skyrim. This is Ground Rim. This is Sea Rim. Is it Ground or Sea Rim? It can't be Skyrim. I'm good off that. It's very popular. Not with me, nigga. I'm good off that. If you like it, more power to you, though. More power to you. That's not my cup of tea. I don't like them first person, like medieval type of games and shit. I'm good off that. That's why I'm not like sold on Avowed. And apparently there's a card game on the Epic Game Store. Has anybody seen this? Was this the one with the Summer Games Fest? See, because keep that shit locked up. Parallel Studios is launching a digital trading card game, Parallel, on the Epic Game Store today, with the team hailing from the likes of Blizzard's Epic, Ubisoft, blah, blah, blah. Parallel's a free-to-play digital trading card game built in a sci-fi universe where you collect cards, build decks, and battle your peers in a strategic battle for control on Earth. You can combine cards from one of your favorite 5 factions in the universal pool to create a 40-card deck. Yeah, where's the gameplay at, though? Is there a trailer for this? Has anybody played Body Cam? Nah. Everybody, I told y'all, what I say? I said it yesterday too. People come in my stream and everybody else's stream and they say one of two things. Have you seen or played Body Cam? But nobody says whether or not it's fun. Like, what makes this card game different? Latest stream game 3 months ago. Worst NFT game ever? Wait, it's an NFT game?
If 1 year ago you had told me that I'd be staying terrible look for any game, crypto.
Oh, this is the game. Oh, we're out of here. We're not playing crypto games. No, thank you. Talking tech and AI with Tim Cook. I play that joint on the GeForce Now. That shit cool. Is it cool or convenient? Because you can just stream that shit. Body Cam, the new streamer game. It's so realistic. Now you can really shoot black. I mean, you can really shoot crib